Well, hello once again, and another warm welcome back all my vintage dirt bike loving YouTubers, and thanks for your continuing support of my channel as we head towards the 10,000 subscriber total. Now, we have some very interesting new projects lined up to showcase here on Classic Dirt Bike TV, and we're going to start with a very brief look at a machine I captured a while back. So I hope you'll stick around for the next few minutes as we check out John Frew's 400 Maico Twinshock Hybrid. Now, John's 400 Maico, as you've no doubt gathered, is another hybrid Twinshock dirt bike which is made up of a 1981 Maico 490 chassis and a 380 CZ or CZ motor. Now, as far as I'm aware, there wasn't a huge amount of re-engineering needed to slot the Czechoslovakian engine into the Maico frame, although the original Maico engine mounts, I think, had to be moved to make the 380 motor fit snugly. But I suppose your first question would be, why would you take a perfectly good bike like the 81 490 Maico and then remove what was essentially a superb German power plant to then slot in a CZ motor? Well, in fact, I asked that very same question to John on the day I took these video clips, and his reply was that he wanted the good handling of the 81 chassis and the better reliability of the CZ 380 engine. But of course, it's really a matter of personal preference if you think the CZ engine is a better motor than the Maico one, as both are excellent dirt bike engines, and for me personally, I think this particular pairing is quite a decent choice for an old Twinshocker. But nevertheless, this is still a unique pairing and one of the very first Maico CZ combinations I've come across, because as we all know, there are many riders out there who use the 81 Maico frame as a basis for all sorts of hybrid Twinshockers, and personally I've seen a Rotax, a Kawasaki and even a Triumph twin engine put into these 81 Maico chassis. And it's because of that legendary 1981 racing legacy that you can see why these are always chosen as the number one frame for these hybrid projects. Now, John's also helped the handling on his bike by adding a pair of these very high quality Öhlins piggyback shocks. But when it comes to the racetrack, as you would expect, this bike handles superbly, as there has been very little change at all to the geometry of the frame other than fitting what is a slightly lighter two-stroke motor. I'm not sure exactly what make of rear tailpipe John has fitted here, although it may be another refabrication of the Maico exhaust system which he made to suit the CZ motor. Now, also, John naturally had to rename his new hybrid bike, and he's called it a Maico or My CZ, and had a set of new graphics made up by Sniper Graphics in the UK. Although the bike is still essentially a Maico rolling chassis, as it's retained almost all of the bits and pieces associated with the 490 Maico, other than of course the replacement power plant, which John says gives a nice spread of power and is not as fiery or as brutal as the bigger 490 German engine. But having said that, this is still a very quick and very capable 380 two-stroke motor. Now, at first glance, looking at the bike from the rear, it does look like an old 81 Maico. That is, of course, until you get this side view, which then changes the bike's perspective immensely. Now, the bike still has the 1981 Maico plastic fuel tank, of course, on John's machine, although you have to say that this 380 CZ motor certainly doesn't look out of place at all in this German-made Maico frame. But these kind of hybrid projects are without doubt unique and quite interesting, and it never ceases to amaze me the ingenuity of some of these bike owners when they dream up concoctions such as these. And in this particular shot we can see the bike's owner and bike builder John Frew on the right hand side here discussing his new hybrid project with younger rider Callum Baird. Now, whether you agree with what John's done by removing the Maico motor to fit the CZ engine is not really for us to comment, because this is a particular rider's own interpretation of what he wanted his Twinshock race bike to look like, and I can only say well done to John. Now, I don't have many photos or video clips of John's bike, as he never did a lot of racing here in Scotland and only really turned up at the occasional race event. So we're quite lucky in that respect that we have at least these few video clips in order we can all have a chance to take a look at John's bike. And this is a little picture I snapped at a recent Scottish Classic event, and John enjoying his new machine. Okay, now don't forget, coming soon we will be showcasing these pair of immaculate YZ360 Yamaha Evolution bikes that have been built by Argyle bike builder and ex-motocross racing legend Sean Doherty. So make sure you continue to subscribe to my channel in order that you don't miss them. And once again, thanks again for your support and for tuning in to Classic Dirt Bike TV. This video was brought to you in association with WealthSport, the world's #1 supplier for all your off-road, sports and leisure wear. Just visit their online website at wealthsport.com for more details.